I believe we are being sold a lie that we need to deteriorate over time. Anti-aging is in our face every day. People are afraid and ashamed of not being young. While aging is inescapable, I believe we can improve as we age. Join me, Belle Carter, as I go on a journey of self-optimization in all areas of life: mental, physical, emotional, financial, and spiritual. Let's get hacked as. Hey hackers, you may have to bear with me tonight as there are some of those curlew birds around making a racket, but let's hope they don't interrupt. So today's topic is the toxicity of the good vibes only movement. Now, the other day I made a post about this on my Facebook, and not everyone agrees, and that is fine. That's what makes the world go by. That's what keeps things interesting, is difference of opinion. Now, when I first saw the good vibes only t-shirts, I thought, that's so cool. What a great idea. Like, let's get these whinging kids to stop whinging. But as time has gone on, it's kind of become more toxic. Like, people don't, it's like, especially now with such a big amount of mental health issues we have, and a lot of people battling with depression and anxiety. That's a lot of pressure to put on someone saying good vibes only, and this person knows a person who may be struggling with depression or anxiety doesn't feel like they should be around you, or they should bring you down, or because you've got this good vibes only thing. So I just wanted to bring some awareness to this. And just to put it in just perspective, right? Do you reckon Winnie the Pooh and Piglet would say good vibes only to Eeyore? Like, how would that go down? No, they would never do that, because they're true friends and they know their mate is not always super pumped about life, but they like having him around, and they wouldn't put that pressure on him to not be himself or feel like he has to put on a fakeness just to appease them, So if you can think about it in Winnie the Pooh terms, perhaps it'll help you understand. But we wouldn't do that to Eeyore, so let's not do it to everyone else. There's definitely, I think positive thinking is super important, but when it's going to crush your spirit or make you feel like shit, like no one cares about you, or like you have to pretend everything's fine, otherwise people aren't going to like you, or you're just being fake, like that's a lot of effort, and that's damaging. Now, we all go through bad times. Like, even today I suffered some disappointment, so I started out my day pretty low-key. Then just before lunchtime, I was just pumping, and I was laughing, and I was loving life, and I was messing around with the customers and my co-workers. I went home, cleaned my car, chatting to my neighbor, just loving life. And then it's like I got hit by another wave of sadness and self-pity, really. And so I don't think that we should be holding these expectations on people to pretend that they're okay. I think it's really important to feel the things that you're feeling. It's not always ideal, and sometimes we have to put on, we need to dress up and step up and show up regardless of how we're feeling, because maybe we've got something to do, like we've got to go to work, and nobody needs to have that on them. Like, no one else should have to deal with what's going on. So in which case, perhaps we would lay some boundaries and not express our true emotions. There is a time and a place, for sure. There is a time and a place. But putting that good vibes only out there on everyone, that's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure to put on others, and it's a lot of pressure to put on yourself. And I really need everyone to know that it's okay not to be okay sometimes. It's totally fine. I know when I'm not okay, I'm just thinking, man, I just can't wait to be myself again. And it's like, this is part of who I am. How I respond to things, how I feel my feelings, that's part of who I am. It's part of who you are. It might not be your favorite part, but it's still part, and it's still a necessary feeling. In order for me to get past something, I've got to go through it. In order for me to become a better version of myself, I've got to do the work and go through those shitty feelings and process them to get to the other side. That's just how it works. Can't have one without the other. So I just want to ask everyone just to be a little bit mindful with our good vibes only, because while it is great to have positive thinking, there are those around us who feel or who already feel like a burden. So to tell them good vibes only is not going to help the situation. It's only going to make them feel even more isolated and shit about themselves. So that's my take on the good vibes only. I'm interested to hear yours. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I hope you've learned a hack or two today. If you like what you're hearing, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, rate, comment, share, depending on where you're listening. If you have any questions for me or any of the guests you hear on the show, send them to hackedasradio.com for a chance to be featured. Remember, your best days don't need to be behind you.